Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. In this video, we are looking at the MMA picks. We have a huge slate scheduled, a bunch of fighters. Hopefully, we don't get any more canceled today because we do have a good amount to pick from, which would really help this slate. I have a nice prize pool on Draftkings, so let's get started. Always appreciate it if you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll also be touching on a parlay that I like at the end of the video, so if you're into betting, then take a look at that. But let's get started looking at the fighters that we have on tap. The main event is Cannonier against Kelvin Gastelum. Gastelum's been really struggling recently. I believe he's lost 4 of his last 5 fights. And some of those were not really close fights. He got really quickly submitted by Jack Hermanson early in that one. Adesanya is always a tough matchup. I mean, no real shame in losing to him, but lost to Whitaker, lost to Till. Also, like I said, lost to Hermanson. Only win was against Heinich, which he did look good in, but Gastelum just not been looking like himself. On the other hand, Cannonier is on the come up. He lost his last fight, but he broke his arm against Whitaker, so don't know what that kind of fight would have turned out. He wasn't looking great for him, but you never know. Anything can change really quickly, but he's a knockout artist. Previous 3 fights he won. He did knock out Hermanson in that one. He gives you a lot of power for knockouts, and he's only a minus 140 favorite on the sports betting site, so I really like him today. He's going to be one of my favorite guys to plug in here. He's 87. Some other popular guys would be like William Knight, maybe Chase Sherman, but I really like getting the Cannonier, saving some money. Another guy that I really like is Pantoja, just because he gives you a lot of flexibility to accumulate some of those fantasy points. Looking at his fight here against Brandon Royval, he's shorter, but he lands more strikes per minute. He can also get a takedown or two. He can go for submissions if he needs. Similar reach, and just a very, very skilled fighter. Gonna very rarely gets like knocked out or anything like that. He kind of hope will be able to take it to decision at least. And Royval's not a guy that I really scare and really fearful of for his knockout power. Fighters are pretty matched evenly in this one, but I do like Pantoja as a guy to get the win and maybe finish in like get a submission win if he's lucky. Other guys that I like to target here, like Kelleher, he's a very expensive, but he should get the win. William Knight's the most expensive guy on the slate, but he should get the win here. Roberts coming off of a disappointing loss. Well, it was no contest, but he got knocked. Oh, he got submitted very early. If you think Roberts can bounce back here, then definitely can play him on DraftKings. He's at a pretty good price tag, 84, so right in that mid-range. Fighters or the public is expecting him to get the job done here. But for me, Cannonier, Pantoja, and one more guy that I like in the 8K range is Vince Pichel. He's 82 against Austin Hubbard. Fighters are pretty evenly matched here, 5'10", 5'10", both similar weight. Pichel gives you a little bit more in reach just by an inch and definitely gets you more takedowns. So I just really like the way that he fights. He can get some ground control, a lot of ground control if he's able to get an early takedown or two. And he does a lot of good work on the ground, whether that be looking for submissions or just by doing some ground and pound. I think Hubbard might be a little bit overmatched in this one. I don't really agree with the number being that short. It's almost a pick'em. It was a pick'em, and then it's slightly favored to the public is slightly betting on Pichel to get the job done, so the line is slightly moved in his favor. But overall, I do like him a lot at $8,200 on DraftKings. Seems to be a pretty nice play. So those are the 3 fighters I feel pretty good about. None of them are really super heavy favorites. I mean, all under 200. Pantoja is the heaviest favorite out of the 3. Other guys that I would look to on DraftKings, just naming some guys that based on the price tag. Obviously, if you want to pay up, you can go for Sherman, Knight. Madsen is not as heavily favored as some of those other guys at the top, so I kind of like them a little bit more. He does get a bunch of takedowns, so you could side with that if you think he's going to be able to do that to Clay Guida, but I don't mind taking a shot on him if you needed some savings. Guida does have a ton of experience, 53 fights, so experience, probably fight will be able to go to the distance, so he's able to accumulate enough, hopefully, that even if he loses, he still doesn't kill you. I'm not looking at Porter or Charant really at all. This new guy that's come in, just in place for a replacement fighter, he's like a plus 140 favorite if you wanted to take a shot on him at $7,400. And that is mainly it for the 7K range. Nunez maybe, but I kind of like the other girl a little bit more. And that's pretty much it for the DraftKings side. I mean, I really don't want to pay 9K for Brad Kelleher. So, well, let's take a look at FanDuel. The same three fighters here, but they're pretty differently priced. Pichel is only 15 bucks, so he's probably my favorite fighter based on the price tag. Cannonier, I like to get him at MVP if I could. Other guys would be Sherman or Knight, and then Pantoja at 19 bucks. I expect him to get the job done against Royval, and I don't really expect it to be super close. So that is about it for the video. Just a quick little rundown of the MMA fights that we have scheduled for tonight. Thank you for watching. Best of luck. This is the parlay that I promised that I almost forgot about. So I'm going with William Knight, Pantoja, Pichel, Sherman, and Cannonier to get the job done. It's 5 fights, or 5. All of them are money line, and it does come out to a nice total at plus 1024. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Best of luck, and I'll see you all next time.